All right, so the moment we converted that lead, the lead has been converted and we've got account, contact, and opportunity. The reason why we were not able to convert that earlier because there were a couple of process builder and workflow rules available on that lead which were active and we were not able to convert because of that. So now we have got account, contacts, and opportunity related to this particular lead. And the moment we do that, this lead, this is the lead, okay? No, this is not the lead. But the moment you convert, you will not be able to see that lead because that lead becomes read only, and you will not be able to, see that lead directly on the screen. So it was a V2 lead, test lead V2, and we've got the account, contacts, and opportunity. So what we will do, we will go to the account. This is the account. Let's go to contact. This is the contact
So
and
is it like
opportunity.
whenever,
Yeah, yeah,
is it
sure.
like when you, is it like whenever we are converting any lead to any like contact opportunity or like that? So lead is get disappeared, right?
Yes, lead
Is it
becomes
right?
read only. It will be disappeared from the list views, and to view that lead, you will need to have a separate permission view and edit or manage leads or something. Just give me a second. I have written down somewhere. Okay. To view converted leads via the UI, you need to have the view and edit converted leads permission on your profile. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So this also is an interview question, and many of you might have faced this interview question. Now, the moment I've converted that lead, I am not able to see that lead. What happened to my lead, where it is right now? So the moment we convert that lead does not, gets deleted. Lead stays in the Salesforce. Okay, it becomes read only, and to view that, you need to have this permission, and you can also query that lead. It's not like the lead will get deleted. Lead will not get deleted. It will become read only, and it is converted. There is one field called is converted in lead that will become true. Okay, so if is true is converted is true, that means the lead has already been converted. How will you get to know if the lead is converted or not, or which leads are converted? With the help of this field. Okay, so if I query, okay, this ID and name. So there are few leads whose is converted is also true. This is the lead which we converted recently. Test lead V2. This is the ID of this. If you just copy the ID, paste it here, you will not be, see, you copied the lead ID, yet it will be redirecting you to the contact page.
Contact.
Okay. So that happens when you convert a lead. Okay, once you get that permission, you will be able to see that lead on the UI itself. Don't worry about that. And they ask this in an interview, that lead gets deleted, whether the leads get deleted or not. So you can say no, lead will not get deleted. If you carry that lead, you will still be able to see the ID, name, and everything. Okay, it's not like it is deleted. It just becomes read only, so that you can no longer be able to update that lead. Okay, because you have already converted it, there is no point of updating that lead. Okay, but you can
Sir,
still
is
query.
yeah, is idea of the lead that we converted and the contact is same? Like
No, but because
no, no.
because with the help of that lead, you have converted it to contact. Now Salesforce is
Uh-huh.
referring you to go to that contact instead of lead. Any changes you want to make to the you, let's say you want to change the name or something. Now you are supposed to change the contact name rather than the lead name, because you have already converted that lead. There is no point of making changes on the lead. You can rather
Uh,
update the contact instead. Okay, so what they
yeah.
are basically trying to prevent that lead to data mismatch later on. Let's say you change the lead and you have already converted it earlier, and the contact name is different, lead name is different. That will be a data integrity issue, data mismatch issue. Salesforce don't want you to do that. That is why now it is referring you to go to contact instead of lead. Okay,
Yeah.
now
Yes.
once you convert that lead, the lead part is done. Now you have to deal with account contacts and opportunities associated with that lead. Okay, lead, the role of lead is done. Now the deal is on your hand. You work on that opportunity, you work with the contacts of that opportunity and try to close that deal.
Sir, you said that when we convert lead, it's get converted into account contact and opportunity is optional. But here, when converted, opportunity also automatically created.
Opportunity is also yes, opportunity is also created.
So, sir, it is not optional.
Sorry, I did not get, can you please repeat?
Sir, you few moments ago you said that when we convert lead, it gets converted into account contact and opportunity is optional. But when you convert it,
Yes.
automatically opportunity also gets converted.
Yes, because I
Created.
did not, because I did not check the checkbox to, do not create opportunity. I
Okay.
and marked it unchecked only. That is why it has created opportunity. Let's say if I create any other lead and create, check that checkbox, then it will not create opportunity. Okay,
Okay. Thank
don't
you.
worry.
Thank you, sir.
I
Thank you,
can
sir.
I can show you that thing. Okay, there is also a field called uh, con- I don't know if it is true or not. There is a field something like that. Okay. There is a field called converted account ID. You will not be able to see this field in the account. The field list of lead. If you go to lead, edit the object, you will be able to see account ID. Yeah, so parent partner account ID you will be able to see, but there is no field called the converted account ID. But this field basically tell you once the lead is converted, which account was created. So this tells you the ID of the account. The moment you convert it, which account got created. This is the account ID. Similarly, you can also fetch the converted contact ID. This is something you may get in an interview, or even if you don't get, you can tell him. The moment he tries to confuse you, that the moment lead is converted, I'm not able to find the lead, where to find that lead, you can just tell him that, okay, we can go to the backend and write down the query. In a single query, I'll be able to see which account, which contact, which opportunity got created when we converted the lead, and if lead is converted or not, with the help of a simple query like this. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is our lead, okay, which we converted. This is the account and this is the contact. These two things were created new when we converted our lead. Okay, so these are the account and contact. You can directly tell him. Okay, and the moment you tell him this thing, he will not further ask any question on the lead lead mapping or lead conversion process, because he'll understand that you have gone in depth about that. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, so converted account ID is also a field. Okay, if you choose to convert it in account as well, then it will be there, otherwise it will be blank. Okay, I don't know how this ID got converted, yet no account and contact. Maybe I just check this checkbox on the programming or something. All right. Now, how do you map? See, standard fields of accounts and contacts are automatically mapped with the lead. Okay, but how do you map the custom fields of lead with the custom fields of account and all? So if you go to lead, fields and relationship, here you get this option map lead fields. Okay, sometimes they ask in interview, how do you map it? I'm not getting that option from the setup. How do I map it? So this option is not available from setup. You will go to the object manager, that particular object, then fields and relationship, not any particular, just lead object, fields and relationship, and there you get the map lead fields option. Okay, so it will give you lead fields on the left hand side, and with the lead field, which field you want to map. So for account, let's say for the duplicate check field, you want to map, let's say any of the field of account. So this is only available for customer you know fields of account, contacts and opportunities. Standard fields will automatically be mapped. So if I show you, uh, let's say, this will only display you the custom fields available on leads, which you need to map with the custom fields of you will not be able to see any standard fields of contacts or opportunity because they'll automatically be mapped. Okay, these all are the custom field. So you can only map the custom field. You can use the tabs to map each of your organization's custom lead fields to one of your custom account, contact and opportunity fields. Sometimes they try to confuse you with the standard fields. I want to map the standard fields. So standard fields are automatically mapped. You get to choose the custom fields, which field you want to map with the which field on the account, contact and opportunity. Okay, so that's how you map the fields. Here you will get all three options. Okay, like account, then contact, and then opportunity. So all these three objects will be there. There is another thing related to lead mapping which I want you all to go through is the moment you type lead on the setup, you will get couple of things. One thing is lead settings. Lead setting is very important and tells you so many things about how do you convert it. So one thing is default lead owner. Okay. Default lead owner is the lead owner whenever you create a new lead, let's say via automation or via the data loader or via the import tool on the lead. Whenever the first time lead is created, default lead owner will own the ownership of that lead, and then based on assignment rules, you can uh, transfer the ownership to someone else, change the ownership to someone else. But default lead owner will be the first owner of the leads in your company, and then leads will be routed based on the assignment rules. So default lead owner will always be the first owner of the lead who will own the lead by default. Okay, if you check this notify default lead owner, you will the moment you assign a lead to default lead owner, it will also get a notification that a new lead has been assigned to you. Most of the time we turn it off because most of the time default lead owner is someone who is either a automated user, a system user who does not actually own an email ID, or most many times it could also be a user who is very higher in your hierarchy. Let's say a VP or senior VP for the marketing or for the sales. So you don't want to bug his inbox by so many automated emails related to lead assignment, because then he will definitely will be asking, why am I getting these mails? So this user is a responsible user. It cannot be a random user. Either you define a system and create a system user for that, okay, or you define a leader who can take this ownership. So based on that, we most of the time turn this checkbox off. Require validation for converted leads. So okay, so whenever we convert a lead, it will, if it is checked, then it will basically require validations. Okay, when user convert leads, enforce required field setting, field validation rule, workflow rules and apex trigger. So it will enforce everything, but if you do not check this, it will not enforce anything. Preserve lead status basically means that it will preserve the lead status. Whatever lead status was, it will preserve. Okay, User who convert lead becomes the new lead owner, prevents the lead status value from changing to the new owner's default value. There are bunch of settings and checkboxes available. Okay, we most of the time just focus on who is the default lead owner. Most of the time we do not want to bypass validation rules, so you will not mark it unchecked. Preserve lead status will also be checked, because you obviously don't want to change the lead status. Whatever lead status it was converted to, you want to preserve that. Okay, this is the option I was talking about. Select don't create an opportunity by default in the convert. So if you check this, by default, opportunities will not be converted. Okay, I mean, opportunities will not be created. It will only create account and contact if you just check this box. Okay. Create a task during lead conversion when subject is blank. Okay, each of this checkbox has a separate interview question. If someone who is actually interested in Sales Cloud and want to learn more, each of these checkbox has a separate interview question. But most of the time, it will be mostly related to the lead mapping and lead conversion process. So just remember that there is an option to select don't create an opportunity checkbox in the lead setting. Okay, because they may ask this. They may tell you that I have I'm not getting opportunities created automatically, and what could be the reason. So this could be the reason. You might have selected don't create an opportunity by default. Okay, then you have to specifically choose if you want to create opportunity or not. Create a task during lead. They may ask you that every time I am converting a lead, there is a new task getting created with the subject blank. How and why it is created? I have checked the automation rule. There is no workflow rule. There is no such trigger. So it could be because you have checked this option. That is why a task is getting created automatically. Okay, this is. Now, lead assignment rules and lead auto response rule are similar to what we did for the cases. So if we go to lead assignment rules and lead auto response rule, they are pretty similar to what we did for the cases. And assignment rule will basically assign those leads to particular user or queue. Auto response rule will basically be just sending a response. Okay. So for this, you have to, uh, did you see there is no email to lead option available in Salesforce? So only web to lead option is available. So from your website, you can get a form. You can give a form, and then customers or who want to purchase a product can submit that form, and lead can be created. The moment lead is created, if you have any auto response rule, the customers will get response that somebody from the sales team is working on your request, and they'll get back to you. There is no email to lead. Okay, sometimes in an interview they'll ask you, we have email to case, we have web to case, we have web to lead, why we do not have email to case? Or they may say that how to enable the email to lead option. So in that case, you need to tell that there is no email to lead option available in Salesforce. Okay, by the standard Salesforce functionality. If somebody wants to build it via custom automations and all, that is a separate thread to start. But there is no by default option available known as email to lead. So you cannot create leads via sending us email. Okay. Sometimes they try to confuse you, and they'll ask a lot of such questions. Web to lead is also very similar to what we did for cases. You can create a web to lead form, and this will create a template. This will create an HTML form. You will give that HTML form to your webmaster, your IT team. They will embed that web form to your website, and then they will sync the routing. The moment the user click on button and fill the form, you will start getting the leads in the Salesforce. So that's what it is about the lead management. Okay, this is very important. Now we will go through the whole cycle of Sales Cloud. So once the lead is converted, accounts, contacts, and opportunities will be created. Now we will understand what are the account, contacts, and opportunities. Okay. So you created a lead, okay, and then account was created. Account is a company. Account will most of the time be a company who will be interested in your company. So let's say it's a uh, it's a Microsoft company. Okay, Microsoft is interested in buying the IC chips which you are developing in your company. Okay, they want to purchase your chips. Okay, so there was a lead. You created and converted that lead and created an account. Okay, and now account is basically a company which will be interested in your services. There will be multiple contacts associated with that company whom you will be contacting to. It's not like there will only be one contact. You will be talking to Mr. X, Mr. Y, one for the sales, one for the delivery, one for the coordination, one for the purchasing. So there can be multiple contacts associated with an account, and there can be multiple opportunities as well. So let's say one opportunity is for chips, one opportunity is for the processor, one opportunity is for the let's say any other thing for the packaging. Every opportunity has a different different item which we are focusing on. So if we say that opportunity, if I go on the opportunity, account and contacts are pretty straightforward. Account will be company and contacts will be the person who is working for that company, and your sales team will be contacting with those contacts in order to make the deal happen. Okay, opportunity on the other hand is very specific to a particular type of products and particular types of deal. So you might be dealing with that company for n number of products. Okay, but a particular opportunity will be related to a particular product. So in an opportunity, once we create account, contacts and opportunity, it is opportunity where you will be working on mostly, your sales team will be working on mostly. Okay, now if you see, this is closed lost, I am not going to take this opportunity. So there are multiple stages of opportunity like prospecting, qualification, need analysis. Uh, it depends on you how you want to have your sales funnel, but the end will be either it will be closed won or it will be closed lost. Okay, how this comes? This comes from the sales process. Okay, see, sales process is basically contains the stages of an opportunity, follows through the sales cycle. So this is sales process is basically your sales cycle. Okay, in the lifetime of an opportunity, which cycle, which different stages a particular opportunity can go through will be determined by the sales process. So we have got these stages. Every stage is associated with a probability as well. So if lead is in the prospecting stage, then there are only 10% chances of this being the successful. If it is in the decision making, then there are 60% chances of this deal being successful. Similarly, if it is closed won, that is already 100% successful. Closed lost means 0%. It is closed lost, omitted. Either customer has shown that he don't want to purchase it, or the deal is off by, let's say, price is high or any other factor. So this sales process is also becomes very important. Sometimes in an interview they'll ask you what is the sales process. Sales process is the different stages an opportunity goes through in the lifetime of its journey. Okay, different sales stages basically tells you that how much we have progressed in a particular deal. Okay, similarly, sales process, there is service process as well, which determines the stages of a case goes through. Okay, so there is sales process, there is service process. These two processes are very important from the interview point of view. If I show you the service process, okay, it's a support process. So support process basically tells you what are the different stages a case goes through. So case basically it depends on you. You can create new as well. You can create a new stage as well. So it is either new or working or escalated or cancelled or finished. Okay. The moment you create a new stage in the case stage field, that thing will start popping up here on the left, and then you have to add it here in the selected values. Today we are talking about the sales process, so let's focus on the sales process. Sales process has also the percentage value, which is not available in the support process. All right, so these are the different stages an opportunity goes through. Let me open any other opportunities because it is already lost. Okay, this opportunity basically is in the negotiating stage. Okay, from 67 days it is in the negotiating stage. Now if we want to launch it, we can, if we have enough details and if customer is willing to purchase, then what we need to do, we need to see, once we create an opportunity, we send different codes to our customers, like what product they want, what discounting we can give to them, and what will be the final price. Different codes we give them. It depends on them that which code they want to on which code they are satisfied and they want to process with the deal. So we create different codes to customer. Okay, and product is basically here, from here we add different products, like in this opportunity which product they want to buy. Okay, so let's say they want to buy this product. Okay, we have to select the quantity. Only quantity is mandatory field. So now the moment you add a product, it will start adding here that this is the product and this is the sales price of that particular product. All right, this is the code. Okay, you can create a different codes to customer. Okay, I can name it code 1. There can be multiple code in an opportunity, but only one code can be a primary code. Okay, primary code is the code on which the actual deals happens. Okay, when customer says that yes, this is the code, I want to proceed ahead, then you have to make that code as a primary code. And in the code there is an expiration date as well. Current status is, let's say, draft. See, this is just a dev org, so might all the features of Sales Cloud might not be available. But what I'm trying to tell you is that these are the major object we basically work on in a Sales Cloud. So once we create an opportunity, we have to add which product we're talking about. So we'll add products. We'll have to submit different codes. So we have created these codes. Okay, and then we will tell customers these are the codes which will send to customers for their for their approval, whether they are okay with codes or not. So the moment you created the code, the product which was associated with the opportunity will automatically be added to the code line items. Okay, this is what happens automatically. The moment you create a code, the product associated with the opportunity will become the code line item. So this is the item we are dealing right now in this particular code. Okay, and then you will separately work on the code. Okay, you will work with the customers. Okay, you can send him notes. This is the PDF if you want to send the PDF, and you can send this code as an email to your customers. Okay, and based on that you get their approvals whether they are okay with that or not. So you will work on this code separately. There could be a process where once you create a code, that will be reviewed internally by your legal team or by your financial team before sending it to approval. So they will approve it. Once they approve it, you will present it to customer, and if they accepted it, then you will mark it as accepted. Okay, so there are so many steps happen in the process. Okay, and if everything goes right, if everything goes right in the code, then you can create a contract. Okay, And creating contract basically means that will be a written contract between you and the company who want to purchase your product. They in the contract there will be separate buyer and seller, and the agreement will be created between you two. Okay, once that agreement is created and customer is okay with that, then you will create the order of it. So you will create order will be generated, then your fulfilling team will get notification of that we have to we have got this order, we have to send this particular product to the customers and everything. And your opportunity will be closed won if the order is getting created and customer is okay to purchase, the billing is final, you have got the payment from the customer. So many of these things happens outside of Salesforce as well, like when the customer want to purchase, and when the customer pays, that thing happens outside the Salesforce, and you just update your Salesforce system that the payment received or something like that in the order status, and then you can close the opportunity. So you understand the relevance. You created a lead, and then lead got converted to account contact and opportunity. Then you worked on that opportunity, you created code, you added the product, you created the code line items. I mean, code line items were created automatically. Then you created a contract, then you created an order, and when order was fulfilled, then you will close the opportunity, circle back. It's not like, I mean, it will not be same in every company. Every company will have a different sales procedure, but this is a sample sales process which happens. So it will start from a lead and it will end the moment you close a lead, an opportunity, close one an opportunity, or when you the moment your order is closed, the moment your order is created and customer has paid for that. So that's how you start a sales process and finish it. It depends on company to company what product they are dealing. Few companies only deal with the subscription, so the delivery happens, does not require any fulfillment team to send physical product. Few companies use a delivery team, fulfillment team. So once the fulfillment is done, then only you can close an opportunity. Let's say when you get a confirmation that order has been received by customer, then only you can close one a deal. Few companies only sell subscription, so that happens immediately and you can immediately close a particular opportunity. Few companies can automate this process. The moment order has been dispatched, you can close one the opportunity automatically via trigger or via any other automation. So it depends on company to company, but on a very high level, that's how it happens. It starts with the lead and ends the moment you close one an opportunity. Okay. And there are so many other objects involved as well. If you use the CPQ, there will be so much other automations involved, and there will be so many other things which you will be doing apart from this. But these are the major objects you need to know exist in the Salesforce, okay, for the Sales Cloud. All right.
So where is the contact person contact is lies in this process?
Yes. So for the person account, we need to first enable the person account. So from setup, if you go and write the person account, it will it is very important. Okay, so that is why Salesforce will basically make you to read through all these things and make you sure you understand what will happen if you enable the person account. So it will ask you to complete these steps before making the enabling the person account. Okay, so you need to basically check the readiness of your org if you are ready to enable the person account or not. So you have to first see what are the org level impacts. After person account is enabled, it can't be disabled. Okay, we strongly recommend that you create a sandbox to preview how person accounts affect your Salesforce org before enabling the feature. We also recommend reviewing all those. So you all can go through all these things. Okay, and at the end, if I enable this, successfully enabled person account. Now, once you enable this, assign the person account record type to user profile to fully enable person. It basically says that you also create a record type for person account, basically to distinguish between business account and the person account. Okay. the person account default record type drop down. So it basically is telling you how you're gonna do the create a new record type and assign it to the profile, so that the profile will have access to both these record types. Okay, that is not something I want. I'm interested in. I am interested in lead conversion process, right? So I am going to create a lead. I have not worked in any org which uses the person account, to be very frank. But there can be multiple questions from the person account in an interview. Okay, so you have to be aware about them as well.
And one more thing, is there anything like person contact or something else?
No, person account itself is a contact in a way that if you convert a lead with a person account, a contact will not be created. Only the person account and opportunities.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
See,
Yeah,
person account
basically
basically, yeah,
combination of both, right?
yeah, person account basically is a person who, I mean, a company who has a single owner. So there is only one person. There are not multiple person to contact to within that company. There is only one person. So he himself will act as a contact. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, I think we have to first work on the record type for person account. Then only I think it will give us such option. Okay, I'll create one record type and we'll see how different it is from the actual lead conversion process. But this is what I'll have to check. You guys also check in the backend. So create a new record type for account and assign it to the your profile. That record type will only be available for person account, and then we will see if we get that option here or not. Okay, to convert an opportunity into person account. All right. There are so I have not provided notes for yesterday because I thought that Sales Cloud and Service Cloud notes I'll be providing together. So I will do today. Right now, after doing this, okay. There is another object called the price book. Okay. So you need to understand what price book is, because we have seen what products are, right? When we go to opportunity, we were able to see what products are. So from here we can add the product, but if you open it, no, let's not open it. This is, it says that choose price book. Okay. So there is one standard price book, which is by default created by Salesforce. The moment you create product, standard price book will be created. Okay. Price book basically is to track the prices of a product and services your company offers to your customers. Okay. So there are two types of price book. One is the standard price book. The other one is the custom price book. A standard price book is created automatically. The moment you create a product, the standard price book will be created, and according to a standard price book, the price you fixed for your product will be the standard price of that particular product. But there can be custom price books as well. A price book which you have created, let's say for a different region. Let's say you are selling a service to Europe and Asia and to North America as well. But your prices are different based on the region. For Europe, you're sending a different price. For you, for Asia, you have selected a different price, different discounting for Asia. So in that case, you cannot use the standard price book because you want a different price for the same article. So you will choose a different price book for the Asia region. So you can create custom price books as well. Okay.
Basically, it is used for like while opposing. Sorry. Like in the negotiation states, like we have to
Yes,
negotiate with the
yes.
customer.
We use all these things, to close deals faster and
Mhm.
to Sometimes we run the campaigns which are only selected on the festivals or something. So we do provide discounts on the festivals and all, or on the Christmas. And also for that we create a new price book on which we will have discounting model applicables, and we will provide a different prices to customers during that time. So in that case, we will select a different price book. So we will create a different price book, activate it, and then we will get an option. Okay.
Got it.
Guys who have not worked at all on this Sales Cloud, I just want you to do, I mean, it's okay that sometimes you feel confused about it, but even if you just know the basics of it, it will be very helpful for you when you actually explain these things in an interview. All you need to know is to know the basics of it, and then everybody knows that you will only be able to work when you actually get the work. Okay. But if you know the basics of it, then learning that work when you actually get it will become really easy. Sometimes in an interviewer don't expect you to know everything. He just expect you to know the basics of it and have the positivity in your mind that you will definitely be able to work on it. So being clueless is a bad place, but if you just know the basics, that will be a good starting point for you to impress the interviewer. Okay. Now here from the price book entries, you can add products. So for which product you want to, apply this discounting. Okay. And you can change the list price. So from here, you will be able to provide the discounting. If you change the price to from 1 lakh to 90,000, and if you select this particular price book, then this product will become 90,000 if you select this price book. Otherwise, it will be of 1 lakh rupees. Got the point, guys?
Yes,
Perfect. All right. So these were the topics I wanted to cover today on Sales Cloud, basically all the objects and the lead conversion process. And I basically want you guys to understand how actually Sales Cloud works, from where it starts in the lead and from where it ends when we close an opportunity. There are different stages on the opportunity you need to know. They come from the sales process, and then we have different objects who plays a very vital role when we have to convert an opportunity. Those objects are codes, products, price book. Okay. See, price book and product, sometimes in an interview they also ask you the relationship between opportunities and product, and they sometimes ask you the relationship between price book and product. So for that, you have to understand the overall Sales Cloud schema. I will send you a whole data model of the Sales Cloud where you will be able to understand which object is associated with what object. So from the UI, it looks like opportunity is a parent and product is a child, but there is that's not a direct relationship. There are two junction objects which work between opportunities and product. One is the product line item, the other one is the opportunity line item. So these two junction objects basically work in between opportunity and product to make a relationship which looks like opportunity is a parent and a product is child, but they are not directly associated. So that data model related question is also very important in this Sales Cloud model. All right, let me see if you've got any question. What is the lead process in Sales Cloud and what its support process? I'm not getting this concept. What is the need of these things with the real life example? See, sales process, the lead process basically is the lead process is different from the sales process. Lead process basically is the life cycle of a particular lead. Okay, this can be derived from the lead stages, different stages on the lead. We It's okay if we don't define any lead process, that will be fine, but for support process and sales process you have to define values. Okay, those values will determine for the support process what are the stages a case will go through. There will be a new stage, there will be working stage, there will be escalated stage, and when you close a case there will be a close stage as well. So support process basically determines what are the different stages a support product will go through. And support product is nothing but a case, because in the support cycle there is only case which supports the the support process. In the Sales Cloud we have the sales process. Okay, sales process basically determines what are stage what are the different stages and opportunity go through. Okay, so lifetime if the stages of an opportunity is nothing but the sales process. And you have to define the sales process in order to work on opportunities. If you do not define a stage, the sales process on opportunity, you will not be able to work. So you have to define it in order for you to work on stages. Okay.
Hello,
Real
Mohit.
life, see. Yeah, hi Pankaj.
Yeah, Mohit. Yeah, I have asked this question. So, is lead process or support process also control the page layout of?
No,
Uh,
no, they have nothing to do with the page layout, to be very frank. They only have they are connected with at one field on your object we are talking about. So if it is opportunity, this is the different stages of opportunity we're talking about. So if I show you this.
so there is one field called a status in opportunity object. Then what is the meaning of create a different?
See,
Yeah.
status field is the deriving, see this stage field. I hope you're talking about this stage field. This is the field which we are talking about. And if we change the stage from here, this will change the here as well. So these are the values which you will get in the sales. The moment you add these things in the stage field of opportunity, okay, you also have to add those things in the sales process as well. They can be different if you add, let's say, a different value here, a new value here, but if that is not part of your sales process, you will not be able to use it throughout your life cycle of opportunity. So life cycle of opportunity derives from the sales process, and sales process gets the value from the stages. You, let's say you created a new value here, but that value is not there in the sales process, then sales process will not be able to fetch that value. Then that particular value will not be available in the life cycle of your opportunity. So it is very important that your stage field and the sales process values are in sync. We have to make sure that they are in sync. Okay, they are similarly, but this is fetching the value from the sales process only. Got my
Then
point?
what is the need to sync both the values that there
Oh,
is a field and that what is the
see,
need to sync it?
okay, just a second now. To give you a better definition, a
Yeah.
sales process ensures that your entire sales team has a consistent, effective playbook to guide them at every step. This means your sales representative can provide a consistent experience on the every aspect. That will not tell you everything. Okay, see, what happens is that whenever you create this, okay, you add the value on this particular field, there can be different record types which will have access to different fields of it. Okay, you might create different record types, and let's say for one record type you only want to display these 5 values. For the other record type you want to display other 4 values. Okay, so but your stage value will have all the fields. Okay, so you control these things via the sales process, that you will only be able to display those particular values for a particular record type on for a particular object. So let's say if you are talking about the opportunity and we have 2 record type, for one record type you only want to deal with 4 values, for the other record type you want to deal with the 5 values. So you can set this field. You will control only the stage field. Okay, you will only control the stage field and the record type, but in the sales process you will only be able to see those 5 fields. Even though your sales process contains everything, you will only be able to see those particular values. So whenever you have to control these values based on different record types on the different objects, we try to deal it with the sales process. It's a fundamental process, to start the sales process itself. Similarly for service cloud as well, it's a fundamental steps to start the service process. They see, if you highlight the here, note that the removing a stage from the pick list does not remove it from any existing record. Okay, select a stage from the available value list and add it to the selected value list to include it in the sales process. If you just create a value in your stage field, and if you does not include it in the sales process, it will not be available in the sales process, and you will not be able to use it, even though if you have created it on a particular field.
So basically, it create. Lead process will control the record type, and record type will control the page layout. So we can define that these are the option we want to show in this record type.
Yeah,
Right.
so for lead process, I think I have not even created any lead process. Lead process was not kind of mandatory to begin with. Yeah, I have not created any lead process because there is no record type I have in the lead process. It was not mandatory when I started this, so not sure if it is a mandatory thing or not. But for the support and sales, it is very mandatory kind of thing. Okay,
There is a trailhead
I'll
module
check
in
more.
this.
I'll
Actually,
check on the lead process, guys.
I did on trailhead that I did support process and lead process, but that time I am not able to relate with the real life example that what is the need of this thing. So that time I was
Okay,
confused.
okay. I will help you with this. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I will go through once again and try to understand it.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'll see the lead process because I have not created any lead process in my dev or neither for any other company I've worked for. So this might be
Lead process,
something which I need
support
to.
process, and this
Yeah,
thing.
support process and sales process is what I have created. So I know very well they are pretty much mandatory. All right. Guys, there was a discussion around the lighting web components and trigger. Everybody was talking about they're not able to clear interviews because of the lighting web component, or sometimes they get difficult question on lighting web component. So what do you guys think? Shall I start the lighting web component first before triggers, or what you guys want? Because you are the people who regularly join, so I need to ask.
Uh,